everybody, Kristin LaVanway here, and I've got some special holiday decorating tips for those of you who have recently bought a house and just moved in right around the holidays. This is a particularly challenging chore because, well, let's face it, you're probably a little strapped for cash, right? Because you just spent all the money buying the house. You might even still be unpacking. You might be moving into a bigger place where you've got, a lot more room to decorate. Or in my case, last year you just didn't care. I mean, literally, we've been living in a rental house for the last 4 years, and last year we just reached the point, because we never let anybody in the door of that place. We just took the fake Christmas tree, we leaned it up against the wall, we set the bucket of Christmas ornaments next to it, and we called it done. It was good enough. I moved into a historical neighborhood where the bar is set pretty high, okay? The guy down the street, he literally dresses up like an elf while he's decorating his house. Now, if you have a neighborhood like that, don't buy into that pressure. Really, you only need to focus on 2 key areas: the tree and the exterior lights. Let's start with the tree. Now, like I said, I have a nice fake tree. Well, it's not that nice. I took it out of the box and it kind of looked like it had been run over by a truck. Don't be tempted to go out and buy a new tree because you're gonna need those decorating dollars for the lights. So don't buy a tree, just make your old tree work, and here's how. Take all those branches and really fluff them up, really, really good. Just fluff them all out. The critical part of putting the tree together is uncrunching all the branches. Then plug it in and see where you are light-wise. Like if you're like me, there's a big blank area where some of the lights don't work anymore, that's okay. Just take strings of lights and hang more and more lights until you get this sort of blinding effect where you can't really see the tree anymore because there's just so many lights on it. Hang a lot of ornaments on there, as many as you have. And garland's great. If you have some sort of garland, it's good. It's a lot of square footage, for the dollar. Now step back and look at it. And if it's not quite working for you, here's the secret: candy canes. And I recommend the Hershey's chocolate mint candy canes. You put enough candy canes on that tree, people are gonna look at it. They're a little bit blinded at first, but they're gonna see those candy canes. And they're gonna take a candy cane, it's gonna give them the whole holiday season experience. They're gonna forgive you for the tree not looking that great. Now, let's move outside. Now, this is really important, obviously. It's your first impression. People are driving by your house, they're gonna check out your light display. And I live in this classy, historic neighborhood, so I thought I'd go all white, right? I didn't have any white lights, all I have is multicolored, so I went out and bought some lights. And they have these new LED lights. They're great, they're awesome, they supposedly last forever. The only problem is they come in this cool white color, which is actually blue. Okay, they call it white, but it's actually blue, just so you know. We hang them up on the house, and you step back and you're like, oh wow, they're blue lights. Okay, well that's all right. We decided to embrace the ice castle look by getting a bunch of snowflakes to hang in our orange tree. And you know what? You just keep hanging up the lights, hanging them up until you've got enough lights. Just like the tree, it gives you sort of a blinding experience, and it'll work. Now what we ended up doing was using the multicolored teeny lights, which are sort of like the duct tape of Christmas lights. And we intersperse them with all this crystal blueness to kind of take it down a notch. This is very, very important. When you're hanging lights, please be aware that there can be a safety hazard, as there was when my son hung our lights. There is a risk of shock. So just be careful when you're hanging up the lights so that you don't spend your Christmas in the emergency room. And just remember, this is your starting point, this is your baseline. You can add to it every year until it's spectacular. You get yourself an elf outfit and do like the guy down the street. If you have any questions or comments, well, you know where to find me, Kristin here in Phoenix.com, that's where. Go out there, have a Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, Happy Kwanzaa, Happy Festus, whatever your season's holiday is, go out and make it a good one.